What's going on, guys? This is Ryan with the RK Outpost, and there's really no other way to put it. There is huge news for Disney Star Wars, and it all comes from the Walt Disney investor presentation, and let's just jump right into it. This pretty much says it all. Now, not quite all of these are Star Wars, but the vast majority of these are Star Wars. This is Kathleen Kennedy who made this entire presentation. So for those of you who think that she is gone, for those of you who think that there is some infighting, that she's going to be booted out, I think you're sorely mistaken. There is going to be much more Kathleen Kennedy involved at Lucasfilm and going forward for Disney Star Wars. But when you look at all of these things, it's pretty incredible. Children of Blood and Bone, Willow, and Indiana Jones are the only thing on here that are not Star Wars projects going forward. And we got some huge announcements to go through, guys. So let's just take it over to the Star Wars Twitter, and I'll show you each and every announcement. So first of all, Rangers of the New Republic, a new original series set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, coming to Disney+. And we all know that that is going to be Gina Carano in there. This is that rumored spinoff. It wasn't exactly confirmed, but this is definitely what that means. They were setting up for it in The Mandalorian, and already you have these pieces of absolute garbage trying to cancel her right here. Won't even say her name. They censor her name. These people are such pussies. But there you go. You have that announcement. You also, right after that, we got this confirmed. Now, this makes a lot of sense. Ahsoka. We have all been talking about the fact that Rosario Dawson is Ahsoka. They have plans for her in the future. This was confirmed. A new original series starring Rosario Dawson set within the timeline of The Mandalorian, coming to Disney+. Now, both of these are going to be led by Jon Favreau and Dave Filoni. That's what Kathleen Kennedy said. The other ones are going to be led by other people. Now, some of these you're familiar with. Some of them we just heard about right here. Now, this is a little teaser that they did for Andor, a little thing with Diego Luna when they were talking about the production and how awesome it's going to be for him to go back and do this. I don't really know who's going to be excited about that specifically. This one is. Now, Obi-Wan Kenobi. They talked about Obi-Wan Kenobi and officially confirmed that Hayden Christensen will be returning to the role of Anakin Skywalker. And she even said something about a rematch, which I hope to God they don't do that. I really hope that they don't have them have some sort of rematch. That makes zero sense. It should not happen. Please don't let them do this, but it's Disney Star Wars, so what do you think is going to happen? We have that official confirmation. I think, listen, that's exciting that Hayden Christensen is returning. He's someone who I think got a really bad rap when the prequels were first around. People have come to appreciate him a lot more since then and want to see him return. I just am worried what they might do to the legacies of these characters with this show. Then you had this, again, not a surprise, but this was also one that we actually got to see a little sizzle reel for, The Bad Batch, the animated Bad Batch series. We've heard about this for a while now. It is straight from the Clone Wars. It's going to have the Clone Wars animation. I don't know how many people are going to be quite as excited about that. You look at the likes on these things, and I think you can really tell, the excitement that certain people have for them. You look at the Obi-Wan one, that's at 70,000 likes. You have something like Cassian Andor, Bad Batch, it's at 20,000 likes. Ahsoka, not as many as I would have expected. A lot of people excited about Obi-Wan. Then you have this, Star Wars Visions, an original series of animated short films, celebrates the Star Wars galaxy through the lens of the world's best Japanese anime creators. It's supposed to be 10 animated shorts. We really don't know what this is going to be, but I have seen some Star Wars anime before that's actually pretty cool, so I could definitely see this being an interesting project going forward. Then you had this. The galaxy's favorite scoundrel, Lando Calrissian, will return in Lando, a brand new event for Disney+. Justin Simien is in the early stages of developing the project. Donald Glover is supposed to reprise the role of Lando. Now, when you look at Justin Simien, he is the one. He is the one that made the show Dear White People. So that's what you can expect from this. Again, Disney Star Wars continues to be Disney Star Wars and will always going forward, it seems, as long as the same people are in charge. So can't wait to be preached to about white folks in Star Wars. That's probably what we're going to get. And then we had an announcement. Leslie Headland, we finally know what Leslie Headland is going to do. And for all of those people out there who kept trying to tell me that she was going to be doing some sort of alternate timeline thing, again, go fuck yourself. You don't know what you're talking about. This is set within the timeline of Disney Star Wars, but it's in an unexplored time. It's set between the High Republic and kind of the fall of the Republic era. That's what we were told. She brings a new Star Wars series Disney Plus with The Acolyte. It's a mystery thriller that will take viewers into a galaxy of shadowy secrets and emerging dark side powers in the final days of the High Republic era. Like I said, all of that news about people thinking that it was in an alternate timeline, I think was really all from one misunderstood quote. It turns out that that is the case. I was right. And, well, really, before I move on, I guess we should say, Leslie Headland, this series, this is the female-led, female-focused series that's supposed to be about some martial arts thing, evidently looks like dark side users. The idea is interesting. We'll see how it plays out. I have no faith in Leslie Headland. We know who Leslie Headland is, so we'll see how that turns out. Very skeptical as of now. Lucasfilm Animation teaming up with Lucasfilm's visual effects teams, ILM, the people like Hal Hickel who are out there constantly absolutely bashing on Star Wars fans if they don't specifically agree with his takes. We need to do a Hal Hickel video some point because that guy is an absolute lunatic, but, you know, he represents ILM. They're going to be doing a special adventure film for Disney Plus, a droid story. It's going to be about a new hero guided by R2-D2 and C-3PO. Who knows what that will be about? We got an announcement of Willow. We got an announcement of Indiana Jones that, hey, these are basically going to be in production soon. We got the Children of Blood and Bone that's been talked about before. It got announced again that Taika Waititi is indeed continuing on with his project. Taika Waititi will be making a Star Wars film, so that was just an additional thing. Then this, I think, is the big one. This is the one that I think a lot of people are going to be talking about right now. Patty Jenkins posts this video. Patty Jenkins is going to be doing a Star Wars movie called Rogue Squadron. Now, Rogue Squadron is one of my absolute favorite book series from the Star Wars Expanded Universe. They've kind of butchered Rogue Squadron, in my opinion, in new Disney canon. But Patty Jenkins, let's listen to a little bit of what she says. She's going on, telling about how her dad is a fighter pilot, all of these things. Let's listen to the rest of what she says here.
So when he lost his life in service to this country, it ignited a desire in me to turn all of that tragedy and thrill into one day making the greatest fighter pilot movie of all time. But try as I might and look as I did, I couldn't find the right story ever. I kept looking and looking, but I just couldn't find the right one until now. Now I found a movie about two things I love. So I'm going to see you very soon.
There you go. Now, like I said, Rogue Squadron, let's see if I can get the little brighter there. Rogue Squadron is absolutely one of my favorite stories of all time. I have no doubt that a lot of it is going to be brought into canon. It's going to be shredded apart and pieced back together the way they want it. Michael Stackpool, the guy who wrote a lot of those novels, is very supportive of it down at the bottom there, so you do have that. But Patty Jenkins, going to be making a Rogue Squadron movie, definitely the shock of the day from this, and they did save it for the end. Again, when you look at who's up there talking about all this, this is Kathleen Kennedy. She is the head of Lucasfilm, and she will be the head of Lucasfilm for quite a long time. For those of you that thought she was gone, she was on her way out, I don't think that's the case. The success of The Mandalorian has definitely eliminated all possibilities of that. One thing that should also be noted is that there was no mention of any Rian Johnson trilogy. The Rian Johnson trilogy is not happening. We all know that. It never will happen. So that is one positive that every single Star Wars fan, regardless of if you're excited for any of this going forward, one thing we can all take solace in is that Rian Johnson is not going to be anywhere near Star Wars. Now, what does all this mean? This is a lot of announcements, a lot of things. There's going to be people freaking out about some aspects of this. There's going to be people that are very skeptical. I'm very skeptical of a lot of this, but Star Wars is moving forward. 10 new things on Disney Plus within over the span of the next couple years. That's what they said. And that is a lot of things. The Ahsoka series, people are going to get hyped over. Obi-Wan, obviously, to see Hayden Christensen back in that. There are even myself, knowing that Hayden Christensen will be back, even though I think they're going to butcher this storyline, that feels good to know that Hayden Christensen will be back. Unfortunately, I think it's just going to butcher the legacy of Darth Vader, Anakin Skywalker, and Obi-Wan Kenobi. But let me know what you think about all this. A lot happened today, guys. We're going to get more details on all of this stuff as it goes down. Really cool to hear that Gina Carano will continue on with Cara Dune in all likelihood in Rangers of the New Republic, and a lot of other announcements. Let me know what you think about all this in the comments below. Smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, ring the bell for notifications, share this video out there, and I'll talk to you later. Thanks for watching, everyone, and a huge shout out to my patrons. I appreciate you guys so much. Want to follow me on Twitter or Instagram? Check out the description below. You'll find links to my P.O. box and my Patreon as well. And I'll talk to you guys later.